Hi, I'm Pauline. So I'll be the one to give you a brief walkthrough on the basics of the dialer. So this is just basically an overview of what we have and what are the features. If you have any other questions that I can't answer right away, I'll write them down. I'll get back to you after the demo to address them. Now, are you familiar with Vici Dial? So the eDialer's interface is actually based on the Vici platform. I just like to call it a beautified version. And we made it user-friendly for the managers and agents. So right now, I'll bring you to the dashboard. So basically, this just contains the summary of the campaigns, mostly statistics showing what's going on within the campaigns. As you can see here, we have in the first part, you see like total calls, inbound calls, outbound calls, agents that are logged in, agents that are currently in a call. And I also have the graph of the inbound and outbound calls for the week. Then you have also like human answered status, agent activity, average wait between calls, drop rate, and average handling time. Another perk we have here is the leaderboard. So the leaderboard is just basically an overview of your agents. It just shows you who's your top performing agents. So you can see right there. Alrighty. And then next we have users. So this gives you an So this gives you the user settings. So you can just let me just go to users so they can see that. So it basically just gives you the user settings, and you can actually set the user's access privilege. And you also from here you can see you can actually modify the agents. You can do the modification from there. And another thing is that you can also check their stats. If you're using the time clock, you see the time in, time out. So this is where you create the users. Next would be another setting would be the campaigns. So I'll go to campaigns main. So basically from here, this just starts with a full listing of every campaign in the system with its campaign ID, the name, its status if it's active, where it's assigned, to which group, what dial method, dial level, lead order, and dial statuses. So now if you click modify, this will take you to the detailed modify page. We have a pre-made outbound campaign setup. I'll use this to show you the basic settings of an outbound campaign. Of course, you can create a new campaign in the future if you sign up with us. But we highly suggest that you start with this one, since the settings are mostly set to what it's ideal for outbound campaigns. And all you have to really much do is like just copy the campaigns over when you create a new campaign. Just have to copy the settings. What you find within here would be the dial statuses. So the dial status, this is where you set the statuses that you are wanting to dial on within the list. So like when you reset the list, these dial statuses will be the ones to be reset. Next would be the auto dial level. You can find this under the dial settings. So the auto dial level, this is where you set how many lines the system should use per active agent. So say there's 4 agents logged in, so 4 numbers will be dialed per agent. And then we also have available only tally. When this is set to Y, this will leave out, usually this is set to no. So when you set this to Y, this will leave out in-call and queue status agents and calculate the number of agents to dial when not in manual dial mode. So let's say you have like 4 active agents. The dialer will prepare 4 lines multiplied by 4 agents, right? By setting this field to yes or Y, if 2 of your agents are currently in call or in queue, the dialer will only prepare 8 lines instead of 16. So that's why we have the available only tally. Another thing is our caller ID. This field allows the sending of a custom caller ID number on the outbound calls. We can actually set one up for you if needed. For vanity caller IDs, that's usually a month for a carrier to process, but it is possible. We also have local presence. It enables reps to automatically dial prospects using the local area codes. Next, we have lists. So basically, list is where we upload our leads. So we create a list. And then from the list menu, we go to load new leads. And this is where we would upload the leads. You'll be able to get more training regarding uploading the leads once you signed up with us. The tech support team will be able to assist you with that. And we also do handle scripts. So basically, this is where you put your preferred scripts for your agents. Our scripts also recognize HTML codes or tags. For inbound, so we have the in-groups. So in-groups allow you to set up many different groupings of inbound numbers or DIDs and closer groups. So this is and closer groups are so that you can take calls from fronters on other campaigns. So in order for inbound and closer calls to get an agent, you have to set up an in-group. So for any agent to receive an inbound call, you have to have an in-group. Also from this section are the DID functions, which give you control over adding, modifying, deleting inbound DIDs. So you get your DIDs. You add it here first. Add your DID here first. Basically, you actually modify this as well from here. And then you add your in-group here. So you have your in-group setting here. And then from our admin section, so we have like the phones. This is where you would add the phone extensions for each user. So if you have like 3 users, then you would have 3 phone extensions. You can also modify that from here. You can add their you can actually give them their own caller ID. You also have your system settings. So this would be like for your leads, when you're uploading leads, so you would use these. You can actually edit that. And then we also have the setting containers. So setting containers, you can actually, what you can do is you can actually create, like, if you're going to make email notifications via dispositions, this is where you can create that. Tech support can also assist you regarding the creation of the email notifications. Then we also have system statuses. So this is where you would find most of the dispositions. Now, if you see it as agent selectable, then this is most likely, and it's set to Y, this is most likely the disposition that the agent will see from the agent screen. And if it's set to no, then that would most likely be a system status. And then we also have the audio store where we upload our audio file. This would be for like voicemail or the music on hold. If they want different kind of music on hold, you can also do that. And then we also have reports. So we have a real-time report. This is where you can see the agents logged in, the number of dialable leads in the hopper, how many calls have been dropped or answered, calls that were made today. And this campaign summary would most likely show you all the campaigns. It'll just show you a summary of each campaign. Because if you go to real-time report, it's more detailed than the real-time campaign summary. Then you can also pull up here the campaign report, the calling report. So you have the inbound reports. Usually clients will be looking for export call reports or export lead reports. They also have the agent reports. You actually have their status and their time. So this is basically what the dialer is. This is how it looks like. And one of the other perks about our setup and our settings is that you can see that it was set up to be very convenient. When you look at the settings, it's already grouped into each of their own category where it belongs to. So it's a very user-friendly. And another thing is that you can actually listen to, I like to say you can monitor your agent's calls from the admin page itself, or from the real-time main report. But this is where you can actually monitor your agent's calls. And so if you have any other questions regarding the dialer or settings, feel free to give me a set of questions and I'll get back to you. And remember, if you sign up with us, we can set up your server within the next 30 minutes to an hour, and we'll have our tech support specialist helping you set up your dialer. Remember, that's 3 hours free.